Welcome to the video.
Well,
I've
keep
come
your
to
chin up.
talk at the
I
beginning,
believe in both of you. After going this
because
path, the tough
I
kid,
think
she said
I
we needed to reach the end of
lost
our
the
journey.
foot. I mean, I'm pretty
Paimon
sure
bets she
I
still has lots more to tell us.
recorded the
When we both find
entire
out what this journey is,
story
or when,
quest of
then
Shenhe's
Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work.
story quest,
Although,
but
where's
I
your...
just
Oh, you mean the god
can't
that took your
seem
sister
to
away in the first place?
find it. So
You're
now we're
right.
just
After
skipping
all, yeah, Paimon bets she's
straight
the key
to
to
the next
understanding this
Archon
whole
quest.
mystery. Well,
I
we've ruled out
really
two
don't know
gods
what
so far.
happened.
The animal? Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Atsuko in Liyue Harbor. She's from Inazuma. Let's see what she has to say.
Oh, hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't... that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Qixing. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone...
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Just a flesh. To the Ooh. Here. If you want it, it's yours. To the Thunder! On me. To the adventurer go.
There you are.
Shred him! Any up the ante! To the adventurer.
Who have we got here? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing! It's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to...
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a...
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do?
Great. Then let's get you signed up.
It seems like it will only be a matter...
Yeah.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beidou said... Hello?
You bet I am. Have you put your... Well, I'd have a look at the Clash as a comp... Nobody wants
Yeah.
to... Me?
Uh-huh.
What? You... Not to mention, they tried to sneak past. I planted a left hook. I stood my ground, of course. A rap... I'm not saying I came out
Uh-huh. But for us,
I'll see you in the arena.
Hi there. Are you...
That's right. Nothing beats real life, but this tournament is
Exactly.
This master of you.
famous. He's the founder of the. You probably. He's got to be to the Ling Shan.
Forced this.
It's a type of breed. For example, our.
One time, he sent a challenger
It sure is.
We're clear.
There's a tuition?
Of course.
But recently, though,
So, if we can get our hands on a vision.
well, we have to.
Exactly. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. If so,
So you're also.
you better believe it. For me, obtaining a No. I know how that's. I've passed in most people's a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought along of course, I also put it. Ha. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated
Chinksa Village Arm. Next, please. What's your name? Wait.
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bear?
I have to ask. Oh, it's really.
The one that spoke with Lady Kuch.
I trust you were aware that. Really?
Yep, he's still.
My apologies. It's just a formality for you. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the
I wonder if it's too late.
Okay, right. A great hero such.
Oh, we're not here.
There's another problem.
Beto must have upped the stick.
But why would anyone?
I see. So, well, I'm sure a great. Anyway, the qualifying round.
Hey, so even though you don't. So Paimon think. In any case, looking at the competition. Alright, it's.
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to? Not a problem. There's. You seem like you're raring to go. All right, good. Then.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now.
You? You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win that?
What a strange guy. Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us. Come on, let's go sign up.
So, what do you think?
Impressive.
Well, I fought, so come on.
All right. You fought well.
All right then. You know, and since you signed up, we've. For one thing, so.
This is how Captain decides.
To be.
All right, I'm gonna watch. We're finally here, folks. The real.
Your opponent has. You may well be stronger than him, but very well.
All right, that's enough.
Your opponent in the semifinals is. I do not doubt your ability.
Relax, my guy.
Okay.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Fists of fury. Fists of fury. Well taught.
sweat. Congratulations. I was beat.
Right! From if you had a vision.
I wanted a vision, but mine, I lost interest. I fought and won.
Huh?
No, I didn't. Only in defeat.
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future,
By the way.
whether they'll be as tough as. So don't get.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around. See.
Ah, it's you! I myself was.
Maybe not.
Why, yes. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I'm sure he'll.
Opening a chest.
To the adventurer go the spoil.
Hey there!
He tried to use force to. His opponent was pretty. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my Sorry, I shouldn't be
Oh.
Thanks, I'll.
We still haven't got any useful
You gave an outstanding. I could sense that you. But you were quick to adapt. And in fact,
I guess not using your elemental power.
We wanted to ask him.
Not exactly. As for the guy you'll be. What's the matter? Worried?
if that is the case, I haven't properly.
Yeah.
It is true that I do not mean to flaunt, given your talent.
Hang on. Don't.
Gathering intelligence. Besides our favorite here.
You betcha. Wait a second.
However, there is a come with me.
Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, when I talk since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of it is things of this nature that I.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are net to think a human could wield the and not to mention your incredible.
hey, stop evaluating.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed? So then, might I be so?
Aw, it's nothing. It's been a long journey, and many things. Honestly, even Paimon.
Perhaps such unfathomable thing. However, I still wish to have. Of course, I too shall. Now then. Your skills in battle are Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and he relies entirely on the element of surprise to. In other words, as long as you please, save your thanks. If the world is a truly.
You seem kind of.
I desire to know what influences. My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, visions are a gift in the outset. Not to mention.
She sounds like.
As far as I know, Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within. It goes without saying that the people locked within it.
Sounds a lot.
Oh? Have you with time? If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when the time for.
Oh, right.
If you have no other matters to attend to, very well. Let.
Never mind. We can start. Everyone, listen up. We've reached the. We've seen many. Now I'd like he strikes.
Wow!
I'm sure. But today's fine. As for our other
Come on, what?
Apologies. Everyone, just sit tight. We've got no other choice.
Wait a moment. Captain Beto, perhaps we should. Traveler. Come.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody.
We don't know when it was taken.
No need to worry. The vision was the prize that I had offered.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're...
Come with me. I can...
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the first place?
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you're well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me!
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me!
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into, and on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist, namely speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape. After all I went through to get it? I know an empty fine.
You know, according to the laws...
Huh? You're...
Not to mention that the item you... It seems that it would be only...
Whoa! We don't need...
I never... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
Yeah.
Urge! On me!
Shred him!
No! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods, though few tales tell of a map. After seeing you command multiple Come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Huh? Did Beto leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, it seems that the Crux clap Captain Beto was muttering.
It's...
But still,
The one who stole the vision, he knew he stood no chance, in which case, the Crux...
Huh? So, if that's the case,
Paimon thought we'd win and all.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes.
Yes, I believe so, but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the
Hold on a second.
Let us not forget that this... Suffice it to say that if, in the meantime...
Paimon believes you'll find...
Thank you. One final word of warning.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beto will be taking to Inazuma. Oh, is that right? The fleet is nearly completed Captain Beto sent me to come get...
Seems Beto is the captain.
Of course. There are many things that...
So you'll be heading off then? Weather the journey before you leave until we meet again. Ad Astra...
Oh, it's kind of...
Well, if that's how you feel...
So there's another Catherine in...
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid...
Okay, thanks for coming...
Just following orders.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has... Don't look too serious. I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation for...
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all.
Fair seas, Captain Beidou.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of...
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here.
Excuse me?
Please provide the information.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Phew. So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sukoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By the way...
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600?
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that... Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial...
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the...
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Huh? Hello there. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for Crystal Marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that we've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Carice is the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it! We're on the
I don't think I recognize you. So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Hmm? That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a
Oh? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only— Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma.